Good morning and welcome into the Lifeline Morning Show. I'm Steven. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. You know, I love getting your day started off on the right foot. And to help with that, I use an inspiring quote. Today's is so good. And I'm going to take a scripture and apply it to it as well. And I think this is really going to come alive today for you. So here we go. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Though we travel the world over to find the beautiful, we must carry it with us, or we find it not." Wow. Think about that for a second. You have to be in a certain frame of mind to appreciate anything in this world. And when I think of nature, and when I think of all these things that I can see with my eyeballs, I know that God made them. And that just astounds me. How crafty He is. You see His handiwork in everything that reaches your eyeballs. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Here, this is the scripture that I want to apply to this particular quote. And you might think, Steven, the book of Job? No. Dude, he's lost like almost everything. And he's in the middle of despair. He's in a really dark spot. How can you gain any kind of inspiration from that? Well, just hold on for a second. In Job 12, 7 through 10, Job is talking a little bit about what he's going through. But there are some truths that he really makes known. He brings them to light. And this is it. In His hand is the life of every creature and the breath of all mankind. We can look all around us, wherever we are, and find God's handiwork in nature. His hand is in every creature we see, every landscape we encounter, every body of water or mountain range we visit. I love that, because whatever you see, that's God's handiwork. Think about that for a second. He loved you so much, He placed you in the middle of this beautiful place. And He puts amazing things around you every single day. Now, do we take them for granted? Of course we do. It becomes like second nature. Oh, yeah, that's the water. I drive over it every day on my way into work. Lake Guntersville. But when you're in the right frame of mind, you look at that water and it's like, gosh, this is so beautiful. I can't believe I get to see this every day. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, remember who made what you see every day, and choose to see the beauty in it. Choose to see the wonder in it. And yeah, that applies to whenever you travel. You see these beautiful vistas. You see these amazing landscapes. You see this, that, and the other that just takes your breath away. That's God's handiwork. And the cool thing about it is, He loves you so much that He knows every single detail about you. I don't know about you, but that blows my mind. So, I just want to encourage you. Be in the right headspace. Don't take anything for granted today. Watch what God does in your life and who He surrounded you with. And be a blessing in it. Because, hey, He provided you to be in somebody else's world too. Think about that. Pretty cool, right?
God is with you. God is for you. God sees you. God hears you. God knows you. God cares about you. God loves you.
I'm so thankful that outside of multiples like twins or triplets, that our kids, well, they don't look like other kids, right? You can tell them apart, but that's the thing about pets. Sometimes there's certain dog breeds, these dogs look identical. You have to really look hard to see any differences. Well, that kind of caused a little bit of chaos after this family brought, well, they thought it was their pet, home from the groomer. You have got to hear this story. It is so good. So stick around and I'll share it with you next, right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. It'll make you chuckle a little bit. It's really good. Okay, so that's the beautiful thing about dog breeds. You see one and it's like you've seen them all. Sure, there are a few differences here and there, but take, for example, golden retrievers. They almost all look identical. Sure, there are some differences, but you have to look really, really close to see them. Well, you see, Emmy is one of those golden retrievers, and her owners decided to pamper her a little bit, take her to the groomers, and so she went. She had a good time. She enjoyed herself. She was pampered. But here's the deal. When it was time to go home, her owners, well, they didn't pick her up. They picked up another golden retriever. That's right, because all the differences were brushed out. These two dogs looked identical to one another. So, this other dog goes home with the owners. So, what is it that gave away that this wasn't their dog? Well, it was actually the house cats, because they reacted to this dog in a way that the owners knew. Yeah, they're not used to this dog. What's going on here? They were kind of angry. They didn't treat this dog the same as they treated their pet sister. And with that in mind, I came across this little clip. I think it's so good. I want to share it with you. Now, this is how I think cats really think of dogs. Now, this is from a house cat sending a letter to a kitten to kind of share some wisdom. See what you think about this.
Dear kitten, you may hear the dog being referred to as a puppet, which I think is some sort of a French way of saying puppet. This explains why they attach that string to him from time to time. Worst marionette ever, if you ask me. But the point is, if they try to put that string on you, just freeze. You don't want to get into show business, trust me.
Cats are pretty smart, and so they spotted the difference right away, and then it was up to the owners to notice what was going on. So what exactly happened? Here, take a listen to this.
So we just never even thought that would happen. And of course, we thought we would know, right? Like, we're her parents. We would know something was wrong. We would know right off the bat that it wasn't Emmy. And of course, we did eventually figure it out. But it was like 8 o'clock at night, and we're like, oh my God, what do we do? Well, we remembered she was chipped. And I will tell everybody who has a pet that you really love, chip your pet.
The chip saved her. Yep, they went ahead and found out what was going on, and they took that dog back, swapped it out for the right one, and all is well. Emmy is back home safe and sound with her cat brothers and sisters. It's just one of those stories I had to share because it's so far out there, you know? So, there you go. Thanks for hanging out with me here on the Lifeline Morning Show. It's a blast hanging out with you. Tell you what, I've got some weather, some word of life, and some business and ministry impact partners to get to. So, stick around. We'll knock all that out, and we'll get you back to the music that you love. Sound good? All right, let's do it. Because I know we're just getting this day started, I wanted to give you something to look forward to later today. You know that feeling you get when you finally arrive home and you can sit down and chill for just a few minutes? You don't have any responsibilities that are so pressing that you have to take care of them right then. Maybe that comes a while after you get home because you got a few things to take care of. Well, then you finally sit down and maybe you watch a little TV. I don't know, maybe get your phone out and scroll through TikTok. I don't know you, but all I'm saying is when you can finally decompress a little bit, it feels wonderful, doesn't it? This week has been that for me. It's been amazing. You see, our little girl, Grace, she kind of keeps us busy with all the stuff that she's involved with. So let me just go through our schedule real quick, okay? Monday nights, she has tumble. Tuesday nights, volleyball at Fairview. Wednesday nights, volleyball in Gunnersville. Thursday nights, volleyball in Fairview. Friday nights are usually our only free day. And then Saturdays, she's got volleyball games. Sunday, church. So we got a lot of stuff going on, and usually we are just hopping throughout the week. But this week, for whatever reason, her Fairview volleyball team practice only had one practice. That was on Monday. And the rest of the week, Tuesday and Thursday, mwah, chef's kiss. It's amazing. We get to relax at the house. It has been very, very nice. So I know that this life is a roller coaster. You got your ups, you got your downs. It seems like things get really chaotic, you know, but every now and then you get a little breather, and it makes you feel so good. And it recharges your batteries a little bit. So I don't know how long it's been since you got those batteries recharged, but I just wanted to give you a little heads up. You got a little bit of that feeling coming up when you're done with working for the day. You can finally get to the house and knock your shoes off, sit down, get comfortable, and just be, you know, and enjoy your family. That's what it's all for anyway, isn't it? Because, hey, you go out, you work, you make sure that you're taking care of the kids, you're taking care of the wife, you're taking care of all the responsibilities, but you got to make some time for you to just relax a little bit. So look forward to that. Let it help push you through the day. Now, don't get me wrong, go out there and kill it. Do it to 120%. And then when you get home, crash. Just, I'm home, I'm good, and recharge. Thanks for hanging out with me here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Well, fellas, I've got a husband hack for you to help with your wife's coffee order. If she ever sends you to go pick her up a cup of coffee, we're finally putting the pieces together. We've had the technology for a while, but we're learning how to use it correctly. This happened just last night. Our daughter Grace, she had volleyball practice here in Gunnersville, and on the way home, we were trying to figure out what we wanted to eat because me or Cassie, neither one of us wanted to cook. We should have asked Grace if she wanted to cook. She would have been all for it. But anyway, Cassie's like, hey, why don't we order out? I'm like, okay. And so she wanted something. I wanted something different. I'm like, since we're ordering out, why don't we just order from both places? And we could stop at both places, go pick it up, take it home and eat it. And she was down for that. Except when it came time to order her food, guess who she wanted to do the ordering? Me. Could you call Los Arcos and tell them what I want? Oh, okay. I guess I can do that. Hey, that falls on us husbands quite often, doesn't it? But let's be honest, sometimes it's hard to remember the correct order. So I came across Jeff and Liz, and Jeff has really put the pieces of the puzzle together because for the longest time, we've had this amazing technology. It's like the world at our fingertips, in our pockets, on the smartphone, right? And if you've noticed, in your smartphone, you have an audio recorder. You can press record, and you can record your wife's coffee order so that you don't even have to say it. All you do is when you roll up to Starbucks, you do what Jeff did. Here, this is how it goes down.
Can we get started for you?
Can I get one venti iced latte with non-fat milk, 1 shot of vanilla, 1 shot of hazelnut, extra ice, and whipped cream on top? Thank you.
That way the wife gets exactly what she wants. Us guys, well, we are like, yeah, that's right. I got that order right. We don't feel like we are less than when we come back and we forgot a shot of this or a pump of that or the extra ice. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because, hey, we got to win this thing. We gotta perform with excellence. But hey, if you don't know how to get to the audio recorder on your phone, then simply go to your camera app, switch it over to video, and record her saying that into the phone. And then once you get up there to the drive-thru, to that little speaker thing, all you have to do is when they ask for the order, press play, make sure it's nice and loud, and hey, you're set, man. I got you. I'm all about some husband hacks around here. Thanks for hanging out with me here on the Lifeline Morning Show. All right, I'm getting ready for a car line competition. We're going to share some love with some kids on their way to school this morning, and I know somebody's going to be winning some gift cards. Is it going to be you? Well, I sure hope so. We'll be coming up pretty shortly. Here in about 7 minutes. Wow. This morning's flying by. I don't know about you, but I got a really good feeling somebody's going to be winning some gift cards very, very soon. Is it going to be you? Well, we're going to test your smarts in the car line competition coming up next.
You're the joy that I cannot deny.
Say it with me in 3, 2, 1. Give me the horn! All right, now let's crank that engine. Let's start that music so I can say, hey, everybody, it's time to play the car line competition. It's your chance to win some gift cards. We got 1 to Wendy's, 1 to Albertville Home Bakery, 1 to the Caring Heart Thrift Store, and Arab, all 3 up for grabs, 1 to keep, 2 to give away. I got a question for you, and I wonder if you know the answer. Well, here we go. Let's go ahead and make this thing happen. Matthew, Mark, and John were 3 of the 4 evangelist gospel authors. Who was the 4th? Was it Luke, Paul, Peter, or Andrew? Ooh, 256-505-0885 is the number to call. And the question is this: Matthew, Mark, and John were 3 of the 4 evangelist gospel authors. Who was the 4th? Was it Luke, Paul, Peter, or Andrew? There is my caller. Stay on the phone line with me while I start this next song, and I'll get you an answer. Good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing all right. What's your name?
Jody.
What are you up to today?
Just took my kids to school.
Oh, very cool. How many kids?
3.
And what school?
Albertville Middle School.
Very cool. All right. They're learning something new today, huh?
I think so.
Very good. Well, I wonder if you're familiar with the New Testament of the Bible, Jane.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then I think you're not going to have a problem with this. Matthew, Mark, and John were 3 of the 4 evangelist gospel authors. Who was the 4th? Was it Luke, Paul, Peter, or Andrew?
Luke.
Luke! Yes! Congratulations to you. You just won 3 gift cards. What do you think about that?
That's pretty awesome.
I think it is too. And here's the part that I really love. because don't get me wrong, I love giving away gift cards, but even more, I love to hear about the two very special people in your life that mean a lot to you that are going to get one of your gift cards.
Aw, that would be my husband,
Aw, what's his name?
Matthew.
Matthew. What do you love about him?
He's always been everything that we've ever needed for our family.
Oh, wow. Okay, and who's that second person?
My mom, Rosemary.
Rosemary. What do you love about Mom?
She's the best mom in the world and has always been with us, and she's currently with my sister after she had a double mastectomy with breast cancer, and she's 100% breast cancer free, and she's out taking care of her now.
Wow, I got you. Goodness gracious. You got some amazing people in your life, and I'm so glad that you shared a little bit about them with us this morning.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Now, let me ask you one more question. Why do you listen to this radio station?
Because it is a good positive influence. It's good in and good out, and it gets me going for the day.
Awesome. Thank you for listening. All right, let me grab your address real quick, and I'll get these gift cards sent your way.
Thank you.
100% breast cancer free. Hallelujah. That is amazing stuff right there. Oh, I love that. That's good news. And sharing the love about the family. Joni, I hope you have an amazing day. I really do. And congratulations again on one of those gift cards. All right, I've got another set of 3 gift cards to give away. Are you smart? Well, we're going to test your noggin. Here we go. What are kept in an apiary? A-P-I-A-R-Y. Is it bees, monkeys, fish, or birds? 256-505-0885. Again, what are kept in an apiary? That's A-P-I-A-R-Y, in case you have to Google it. Is it bees, monkeys, fish, or birds? Be the first caller with the right answer at 256-505-0885. And guess what? You're going to win some gift cards. Again, the number 256-505-0885. The question one more time. What are kept in an apiary? Is it bees, monkeys, fish, or birds? 256-505-0885. Okay, so no callers on that last question. So you know what happens now, right? Yeah, I've got to get this thing out and crank it real quick. Hold on one second. Let me see. There we go. Now, I'm going to saw 2 of those options off of this question. So it's a 50-50 shot. Don't you like my chainsaw? Yeah, I like it too. Anyway, the question goes as follows. What are kept in an apiary? So here are your 2 options. Is it bees or monkeys? 256-505-0885 is the number to call. I'm loving this question. What are kept in an apiary? A-P-I-A-R-Y. Is it bees or monkeys? 256-505-0885 is the number to call. Waiting on your call right now. Oh, there it is. Yay! Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going, Richard Udy?
Doing fine.
Oh, good, man. I'm glad to hear it. What you up to today?
Just chilling out.
I got you. All right. You headed up to the stockyard today?
Now we're going to do them on Tuesday.
Oh, okay. I got you.
For a 13-hour shift.
Ooh.
Past Tuesday, so.
Gotcha. All right, man. Well, I wonder if you know what are kept in an apiary. Is it bees or monkeys?
I think it's monkeys.
You know what? That's what I thought too, but man, that's not the answer I'm looking for. I thought for sure because it's an apiary. Apes stay in there, but nope. Nice try though, man. You just cleared the board for somebody, so thanks for calling.
Right. Thank you.
All right. Have a great day. All right. You heard what just happened. It was a 50-50 shot. Now it's a 100% chance that you're going to get this right. So here's the question. What are kept in an apiary? Is it bees or monkeys? 256-505-0885 is the number to call. You're just going to take this one home. There it is. I'm going to capture this phone call. Stay on the phone line with me while I start this next song, and I'll get your answer. Here's Matt Maher with Because He Lives. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
You sound so happy over the phone this morning. Are you happy?
Yeah.
Why are you so happy?
It's because I'm ready to go to school and learn and switch classes.
You are ready to go to school. You're looking forward to school today?
Yeah.
Wow, very cool. All right, and you know what? I know that you're about to win some gift cards because it was a 50-50 shot a minute ago, and now you know the answer. So let me just ask it so we can find out about some very special people in your life. What are kept in an apiary? Is it bees or monkeys?
Bees.
Yes, now give me your best bee sound. Very nice. Congratulations, you just won 3 gift cards. What do you think about that?
It's good.
I think it's good too. It makes your morning even more fun, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the part I love because I get to ask you, who are 2 people in your life that really mean a lot to you?
Maybe my mom.
Your mom? What do you love about mom?
She's nice, and sometimes she helps me with my homework.
I got you. Yeah, and who is that second person?
My dad.
Oh, your dad. What do you love about him?
He's nice.
He's nice. Is he funny too?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I got you. Us dads, we try to be the funny parents, and sometimes it works. Sometimes it's not so funny, but most of the time it is. All right. Well, hey, all I need is your address so I can get these gift cards sent your way. Sound good?
Yes.
And then I didn't even grab your name. What is your name?
Gracie.
All right. Gracie Puckett, my friend with the funny hat. Right?
Yeah. I heard you shout out my crazy hat.
Yes.
On the radio.
I think it was amazing. Yeah, I remember that. I even shared that photo on our socials. So everybody could see your crazy hat. You did a good job with that.
And I think I also heard you sing and Let It Go on the radio.
Oh yeah, you want to do it right now? You know the words?
No.
Oh, come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. Let it go. Let it go. Awesome. Gracie, go have the best day ever, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye.
She's my buddy right there. Gracie, thank you so much for calling. I'm so glad to hear from you, and congratulations on the gift cards. And yes, I think it is so cool that she said, and Mom helps me with my homework sometimes. Can I just say, from a parent's perspective, that homework is absolutely awful? Because, that whole saying, if you don't use it, you lose it. There are some things that we forget, and so it's kind of like we have to relearn it, and it's so hard. Plus, who taught these kids how to do math these days? It's a completely different way. A number line? Really? I just stack them, right? I got in trouble for teaching my kid how to do that too early. So anyway, I'm learning. I'm a work in progress, having to relearn everything, it seems. All right, that's going to bring us to the end of today's car line competition. It's been an absolute blast, and we will play it again tomorrow morning starting at 7 o'clock. But hey, I've got 2.5 hours of show left? So what are we going to talk about? Stick around. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. I got something specifically for you ladies when it comes to fashion coming up very shortly on the show. So stick around for that. I really think you're going to love it. 885jfm.com. Of course, you can go to our website and find out more about some amazing concerts like the one happening tonight in Trussville with Matt Maher and John Reddick. The Stories I Tell Myself tour. It's going to be amazing. If you want to go, you need to click that banner to find out more information and to purchase tickets right there on our website, 885jfm.com. Are you thrifty or are you bougie when it comes to fashion? What exactly does that mean? Well, bougie is you're going for all the name brand stuff, like the top designers, right? And thrifty is, hey, you just take what you can get. Find a good price, a good deal, then you're all over it, right? If it looks nice on you, hey, I'm on the thrifty side myself. Well, I won't be too transparent with you, but I've got 2 pairs of pants. Anyway, that's where I'll end with that one. Hey, I wonder if you remember watching The Devil Wears Prada. There's a particular little snippet from that movie that I want to play for you now. This is the one. This is like the soapbox on fashion, right? If it's been a while since you heard it, I think you're going to love it. So take a listen, and I'll be back with a little more about this whole idea of being bougie or thrifty.
Where are the belts for this stuff? Why is no one ready?
Here. It's a tough call. They're so different.
Something funny?
No, nothing's, it's just that both those belts look exactly the same to me. I'm still learning about this stuff and,
This stuff? Oh, okay, I see. You think this has nothing to do with you. You go to your closet and you select, I don't know, that lumpy blue sweater, for instance, because you're trying to tell the world that you take yourself too seriously to care about what you put on your back. But what you don't know is that that sweater is not just blue, it's not turquoise, it's not lapis, it's actually cerulean. And you're also blithely unaware of the fact that in 2002, Oscar de la Renta did a collection of cerulean gowns, and then I think it was Yves Saint Laurent, wasn't it, who showed cerulean military jackets. I think we need a jacket here. And then cerulean quickly showed up in the collections of 8 different designers. And then it filtered down through the department stores and then trickled on down into some tragic casual corner where you no doubt fished it out of some clearance bin. However, that blue represents millions of dollars and countless jobs. And it's sort of comical how you think that you've made a choice that exempts you from the fashion industry when in fact you're wearing a sweater that was selected for you by the people in this room from a pile of stuff.
I'm not going to lie. That's like a guilty pleasure of mine, watching that movie. I love that movie. I don't know what it is about it. But anyway, whenever I see it on TV, I stop and I watch it. But how are you when it comes to fashion? Do you care about the big designer brands, the big names? Well, I came across this guy who was doing a little bit of an interview, like what we call a MOS, or man on the street interview. That's where somebody walks up and just asks a complete stranger a few questions. We used to do it in news all the time. It's a lot of fun. But I think maybe he's in Paris, around Paris Fashion Week, and so fashion is at the top of everybody's mind. And it's funny, the interview that he has. Here, take a listen.
What's your top 3 designer brands?
Saint Laurent, Celine, Galliano.
Yeah, so there you go. Those top 3 brands. Now, if you ask the same question to somebody who's thrifty instead of bougie, what does that sound like?
What's your top 3 designer brands?
Goodwill, Les Flea Market, Dollar General.
Goodwill, the flea market, and Dollar General. Amen. I love it. Why spend $50, $60 on something you can get for $3 at the thrift store? I'm just saying. I'm on the thrifty side myself. Right now, we've got listeners in Reno County, Kansas. Also down in Palm Coast, Florida. Joe Modest, thanks for hanging out with us this morning. Plus Arab and Gunnersville, Albertville. We've got Helsinki, Finland hanging out too. And you, whether you're listening to us on the stream or the radio, just want to make sure you understand. We're thankful for you. You're a part of our story. 88.5 JFM, good morning.
Good morning, Stephen. Are we blessed or what?
Yeah, man, and highly favored.
Absolutely. How about a little bit of finding favor? Get down.
Oh, let's get down. It's next.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
You, buddy.
Yes, sir. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right. Bye. You ever find yourself in a very sentimental mood, just thinking back to your childhood, thinking about these good memories with your family? Right? It brings a smile to your face. Yeah. And maybe you're blessed to still have those family members around. But there's one thing you've got to remember, is that as life goes on, you simply don't know how much time you have with those loved ones. So it's important that we cherish those moments now, that we make time for them, right? And I know, because maybe you've already married, you've got kids, you've got a life of your own, but your parents, well, they're still around. You probably don't see them near as much as you used to, but it's a great reminder to reach out, to make some time for them. I came across this comment and I thought, wow, this makes a lot of sense. Something that you could use. Well, here, take a listen. See what you think.
Please do this before it's too late. These are 5 questions you should ask your dad. Number 1, what is your favorite book, movie, and song? Make sure you watch that movie, read that book, and listen to that song. It'll tell you even more about your dad. Number 2, tell me about the greatest trial of your life. What did you learn from it? How can I avoid something similar? Number 3, what is your favorite scripture? If he's not religious, ask for his favorite quote or his favorite poem. Number 4, what can I start doing right now to have a happier life? Then start doing it and teach your kids to do the same. Number 5, what do you like about me? The answer to this question will be an absolute treasure to you once your dad has passed away.
It's purely amazing what kind of silly stuff happens in this world. And let me just say that technology has made it a lot easier for your parents to take care of their grandkids. Came across this little comment over on the DoorDash drivers Facebook group, and it said this: just delivered an order of 2 kids' meals. It said, leave it at my door. I took the pick and rang the bell. As I'm walking away, a woman opens the door and looks down and said, I didn't order anything. I gave her the name, and she said, dang it! Picked up the food, and as she turns around, she yells, who called Grandma and said they were hungry? I just fed y'all. So funny. I love it. But you know those grandparents are going to spoil those grandkids. Just wanted to put a smile on your face. Thanks for hanging out with me here on the Lifeline Morning Show. I'm always challenging you to find inspiration in the everyday stuff, right? Well, I came across a guy who did that in the drive-thru at Chick-fil-A. It is such a cool story. You've got to stick around and hear it, okay? It's coming up shortly, right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Why do you go to your favorite restaurant and order takeout? Why do you go through the drive-thru? Because the food is amazing and the customer service is on point, right? Well, did you know that you could draw a little inspiration from the drive-thru and apply it to your faith life? You've got to hear Trey explain it. But what kind of inspiration can you gain from the drive-thru at your favorite fast food restaurant? Well, I'm glad you asked that question because Trey, he found it, and I want to let him share it with you. So see what you think about this. Drive-Thru Faith.
I'm driving home, right? And as I'm driving, out of nowhere it hit me. God say, my blessings sometimes work just like Chick-fil-A. I say, what? And after he said that, I just got quiet. I'm driving, I'm just listening to like, what do he mean by that? And when it hit me, I was like, man, I gotta share this. At Chick-fil-A, when you come through the drive-thru, what they do, they walk up to you, they come to your car, and they say, what's your name? And they take the model and description of the car. So if you in a green Toyota, they say, green Toyota, sedan, put your name in it, and they take the order. When we come to God, He know our every description, how tall we are, the numbers on the numbers of hair on our head. He know our skin color, our heart posture. He know everything. But then He said the next step after that is you go through the line and you sit there and wait. And sometimes it can be fast and sometimes it can be slow. But the greatest thing about it is your order has already been placed. So when you go to pray, no matter how fast or how slow it take, the prayer request, the order has already been taken. Once it gets taken at Chick-fil-A, it goes to the back of the house. It pops up on the screen. When it gets on the screen, the people in the kitchen see it and they begin to make it. Now you in the car just waiting and chilling. And we all know at good places like Chick-fil-A, sometimes it can be a little busy, it can be a little slow. This depends on when you come. But no matter how busy it get, no matter how long you are in line, you have to know that your order/prayer, your order/prayer is being taken. You can't see it. You don't see everybody in the kitchen making your order, the people up front calling the order out, it's getting bad. You can't see all that. All you got to do is you sitting in the drive-thru, sometimes getting impatient, wanting it to hurry up, but you can't see all the work taking place. You can't see all the angels that God got on assignment behind your blessing. Sometimes your blessing is so big that He can't just rush it and throw it out the back door and say, go on. It got to take time to be prepared. It got to be cooked right. It got to be fresh. It got to be bagged right. They also practice order accuracy, which means when your order get taken and it goes on the bag, once it's on there, they got to look and say, he got a 12-piece nugget, a medium fry, 3 barbecues, a medium Sprite, a large Sherry Coke. Just like God. God said, my son said, let me get this. My daughter said, let me get that. You asked for this. He say, I have to be accurate in your blessing. Even though He's God and He can't mess up, it's a process to your blessing. He can't just rush it. But then when you get to the window, and they bring your bag out and they say, here you go, and you check it, the words that Chick-fil-A say is what? My pleasure. God say, it's a pleasure for me to serve you. It's a pleasure for Him to take care of you. It's His pleasure to make sure you okay. It's His pleasure to give you all that you need. It's His pleasure to be there for you. But all He's asking is that you trust Him to get the order right. Come on, man. Blew my mind. All He's asking is that you trust Him to just get the order right. He just asking that you trust Him. Once you place the order and He take it, and you get in line of waiting, all he's asking is that you trust him with the order. And once you trust him, just sit back and relax. Put some music on, but just stay in line for the blessing to come. Because I promise you, behind the scenes, the place that you can't see, God is working. He's doing things. It get uncomfortable in your car. Some of y'all don't have AC, so the car get hot. Your baby in the back seat crying. Your radio probably don't work. So it do get uncomfortable. Sometimes we're not in the best place in life, so things get uncomfortable while we're waiting. But you have to know in your wait that God is behind the scenes working. A lot of times you can't see what God is doing, and that's what creates the struggle. You can't see it, but I promise you, with everything in me, that God is working. He is working behind the scene. If you got any friends struggling, share this with them. If you don't want to share it, that's fine. But I promise you, with everything in me, God is behind the scene working.
When you really take the time to process the lyrics that you're hearing in these songs, they can hit you in just the right way. I can't tell you how many times people have told me, Stephen, I was going through something really rough, and I heard just the right song at just the right time. And you know what? That blesses my heart. And it's not because I had anything to do with it, because, hey, I don't. God, I think, is in control of this music rotation. I mean, sure, I can hit the buttons and make this stuff happen, but He knows exactly who needs to listen at what specific time to hear the words that need to touch their heart. Some words on this song that you're about to hear from Phil Wickham. It's called Great Things. You've been faithful through every storm. You'll be faithful forevermore. Talking about the goodness of God. You know? So I want to challenge you. Really pay attention to these lyrics and see what they speak to your heart. Hey, I got a request right here. Now, this is a song that might just pump you up a little bit. It's Nathan Sheridan, Something Worth Singing About. And I think you're really going to like it. Big shout out to Mike for reaching out and saying, hey, could you play this song? Yeah. Hope you're having a great morning, man. Enjoy it.
Back to the wall, looking for a way out on the edge, headed for a breakdown. Fear and guilt, it shackled me.
How do you handle the tip at the restaurant? Do you have to pull out the calculator and factor out just how much of a percentage am I giving today? Or do you give from your heart? Or what really factors into that? Be thinking about it. We'll talk about it next. I think it's an absolute travesty that so many waiters and waitresses get paid such a little amount per hour. So then they have to rely on tips to really make a living, right? But let's talk about the tip for a second, because how much is a good tip? What percentage are you supposed to leave? And there's so many factors that go into it, right? Now, I don't know if you've noticed, I sure have. Almost every place you go now, if they have a point of sale system up front, they'll ask you if you want to leave a tip. And it's like, well, if you just walked in and you're getting something to go, for me, I don't feel like, that I need to give a tip because I'm just getting the food. I'm not, using a waiter, waitress, that kind of thing. And I know it's weird. Sometimes I'll give the tip. Sometimes I won't when I'm just, getting takeout. But when you go in and you sit down, there's so many factors that really play into how much you're going to give in that tip. And that's something that the waiter or the waitress has to think about, right? Yeah, like these factors. Their performance, of course. How attentive were they? Did they check on the customer multiple times? Did they refill the drinks? Did they clear plates? Did they check in? But then you've got on the other side the customer themselves. What kind of mood are they in today? Are they really happy? Are they really sad? Are they bummed out about something going on in their life? Well, I don't know about you, but lots of times if I'm in a bad mood, I'm not a very giving person, But then there's more. Maybe they're on a really tight budget right now. They had enough to come in and eat out, but all this other money that they have, well, they're barely skating by the skin of their teeth, getting all their bills paid. Yeah, so many factors. But let me tell you the story of one guy. His name is Stephen Harward, and he just happened to go into his favorite Mexican restaurant with 20 friends, right? They go in, they sit down, and this is a place that Stephen absolutely loves. He's a regular at this place. He knows the owner, he knows the waiters, the waitresses, and so it feels like home to him. Well, at the end of their meal, Stephen went ahead and reached out to the owner and said, hey, could you bring your crew out here? We want to appreciate you guys. Then As all of them came to the table, Stephen reached into his pocket and pulled out crisp $100 bills in the amount of $10,000. A $10,000 tip. Could you imagine that? The owner was blown away. Everybody was just like, the jaw dropped to the floor kind of thing. That is crazy awesome. It's crazy generous. And this owner, he was really thankful. He posted, "At Monarca, we wanted to take a moment to express our deepest gratitude for the incredibly generous gesture to our staff. A $10,000 tip left us all in awe and filled our hearts with immense joy. An act of kindness goes far beyond what words can express. The impact of the generosity extends not only to our staff, but also to their families and our entire community. This kind act has not only lifted our spirits, but has also provided us with the means to continue striving towards excellence in our culinary endeavors. Gracias, from the bottom of our hearts. Your extraordinary act of generosity will forever be etched in our memories. We are truly blessed to have people like you in our community." Oh, I love that. We are blessed to be a blessing. And you know what? Things like this, I think they're amazing. And if God has elevated you to a place where you can do that, I think that's the thing to do. Blessing other people, sharing some love with them. Sure, it's finances, it's money, but hey, it makes life a little easier when you don't have to worry. You don't have to live paycheck to paycheck. You can help somebody out, then yeah, go for it, right? Be a generous giver. That's what God loves, a generous giver. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Now, I'm sorry, I don't have 10 grand that I can throw down on a table after I eat a meal. But one of these days, who knows? I might have. Hey, I like impacting my world. And if I can do that through a compliment or through giving somebody a little extra money, I think it's definitely worth it.
God will give you a peace that makes no sense. God will give you a ridiculous peace. God will give you the kind of peace that will enable you, like Jesus, to sleep in the ship in the middle of the storm. And you can't even explain why you have peace, and you shouldn't have peace, and you should be freaking out, and you should be having a panic attack. Faith is believing in advance what will only make sense in reverse. I would have fainted, but God. I would have despaired, but God. I would have lost my mind, but God. I almost gave up, but God. I almost threw in the towel, but God. Nobody believed in me, but God. They said I wouldn't make it, but God. The enemy put an assault on my very life, but God. I made a million mistakes, but God. I don't deserve to be breathing, but God. I shouldn't be here today, but God. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but God is with me.
Hey, I wonder, have you ever prayed for something and you waited and you waited and you waited and you waited? In fact, maybe you're still waiting on that prayer to be answered. Yeah? Well, it happens. Why is that? Well, maybe it's because of God's timing. Let's talk a little bit more about that coming up next. After this, it's David Leonard and Josh Baldwin with Every Hour, right here on the Lifeline Morning Show on your 88.5 JFM. God's timing is perfect. Sometimes we may feel impatient or uncertain about our current circumstances, wondering why things aren't happening according to our plans. But you see, God sees the bigger picture. In His infinite wisdom, God orchestrates every detail of our lives. He knows the right time for things to unfold, and He works all things together for our good. Even when we can't see it, He's at work behind the scenes, aligning circumstances, opening doors, and preparing us for what lies ahead. When we trust in God's timing, we can find peace and contentment in the present moment. We can rest assured that He has a purpose and a plan for our lives. As we seek His guidance and surrender to His will, He will lead us on the right path and guide our steps. Remember, God's timing is not our timing. His ways are higher than our ways. So instead of striving or becoming discouraged, let's embrace the journey, knowing that God is using every season and every experience to shape us and fulfill His purpose. Trust in His faithfulness. Lean not on your own understanding and believe that you are right where you need to be. God's timing is always perfect, and He has incredible things in store for your life. That's how you can keep believing when you've asked God for something and you haven't seen that prayer filled yet. It's been years and you're still waiting on it. He heard your prayer. He's working on it. You just wait and see what He does. Officer Messer works for the South Charleston Police Department, and he got a call from his wife. And when he rolls up on the video, his lights are on, he's in his patrol car, and he hops out and says, "Hey, what seems to be the trouble?" And here is his wife's response.
You got a package.
Who's it from?
I can't tell you.
Tell me who it's from.
It's for me.
What is it? Now you got me all excited.
It's a custom cup.
Are you serious? It says Dad on it. You're joking me. Ariana. You're kidding me. Oh my God. Oh my God. Are you serious?
I love it. Absolutely love it. What a way to find out you're going to be a dad. Oh, your family is growing. That's a magical moment. I'm so glad that they caught it on the camera so we could share it here. Put a smile on your face. Do you remember the moment that you found out that you were going to be a parent? Yeah, kind of overwhelming and happy all at the same time. It's like, hold on. I don't really feel grown myself, and I'm supposed to take care of a kid. Somehow you made it work, though. And look, you've got some amazing kids right now, don't you? Yeah, I've got a daughter. Her name is Grace, and I'm telling you, every day she brightens up my world. There's just something about that little girl that gets me. It's so cool. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Just about 11 minutes left in the show. What will we talk about next? Well, stick around and we might have a little bit of a rhyming time with a good friend of ours. His name is Caesar the Poet. I think you're going to love his poem. It's next after Jordan Feliz and The King is Alive right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Thanks for hanging out.
Caesar the Poet, I want to talk to you. Yesterday I told you that God knows all. Today I'm going to tell you, trust God. The poem you're about to hear are words that are true. God gave me these words so I can give them to you. He's a miracle worker, and He's always around. God says when praises goes up, blessings come down. We think of a lot of things and our minds move so fast. To receive God's blessings, you must forget your past. If one continues to do wrong, eventually you will get caught. For we have all sinned and we have all fall short. He's the one who made the plan. He knew from the start. He knows everything about you. He knows everyone's heart. Listen to the words. There's a message to convey. Whenever you need something, get on your knees and pray. It's easy to go to hell. To get to heaven is hard. You just have to read the word, have faith, and trust God. You have a blessed and wonderful day.
All I got to say is top of the morning to you. I see you listening to us right now from Dun Larry down in Dublin. Thank you so much for making us part of your day. You're just rocking my socks off. It's amazing stuff. Where people listen to us from here in this little station in North Alabama. Plus Helsinki, Finland is hanging out, and we've got Palm Coast, Florida, and multiple listeners right here in North Alabama. From Boaz to Gunnersville, Arab, and Coleman. Thank you for making us part of your day. Now, let's go ahead and do a little recap on today's, inspiring quote of the day. Now, this one really hit me in a different kind of way this morning, and I'm so glad I get to kind of touch it again because it takes a little while for this stuff to kind of marinate and simmer and for me to really get a good grasp on what it's saying to me. So here we go. Today's inspiring quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson. He said, "Though we travel the world over to find the beautiful, we must carry it with us, or we find it not." How true that is. You know what that tells me? That, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And what do you see when you look at nature? I can tell you what I see. I see God's handiwork. I see His masterpiece. I see what He has decided to put around me, and I'm thankful for it. Whether that's a beautiful sunrise or sunset, maybe it's a calm walk along the walking trail here on Lake Gunnersville. Or maybe it's driving over the causeway every day, coming to and from work. You know, so many times I can take that for granted. It's like, yeah, it's just a part of my day. But no, wait for a second. When you really look at it and see just how beautiful it is, well, my heart becomes thankful. I thank God that every day I get to see that. And you know, I want you to do the same thing. I want you to make sure you don't take it for granted either. Whatever it is in your life. Maybe it's the way that your loved one says your name. Maybe it's the way that your coworker kind of, just says hello at work every day. Enjoy it. Make the most of it. Can you do that? All right, I guarantee you your day is going to get better when you start seeing all the little things, all the good things in your life, and you start appreciating them a little more. I saw this on a church sign recently. Want to get rich quick? Start counting your blessings. How true that is. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning here on the Lifeline Morning Show. It has been an absolute blast hanging out with you. Now, I do want to remind you that the show goes up as a podcast afterwards on Spotify at 10:15. You can find it over there. Just type in Lifeline Morning Show podcast. I take the talking segments and make sure that they're up there. And if you like it, well, why don't you subscribe and maybe share it with a friend? Thank you. All right, that's on Spotify, and it's at the top of our website, 885jfm.com, under the Lifeline Podcast tab. All right, see you right back here tomorrow from 6 to 10.